Okay, I think we're live. Can you guys just confirm really quick, because I know that Emma can't hear me. So and I also know that we were delayed by like a second, so I'm just gonna wait here for a minute while people get on. Hold on a second. I'm just testing out. Can you guys hear me? If you can see me, can you please
They say they can't hear anything.
I don't think they have video yet. Can you guys see me yet? Hold on. Give me a second for the delay. I know there's a delay. I don't think they have video yet. Oh, I think you might be able to hear me. Hold on. Can't hear anything. Can't hear me? Oh, I think you might be able to hear me. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. I can hear it from my phone. So, are you guys sure you can't hear me? Okay, sorry guys. I'm just like trying to listen here. Anyone give me something in the chat box? I can hear myself through my phone, so I feel like it should be working, right? I can hear you. Oh, okay. Good. I was like, I don't know what's happening then, Emma. I don't know why it's not working like through Google. But I'm glad that you can hear here. Okay. Let me just turn this down because now I can getting distracted. Okay, so Emma can hear me. All right. Sorry, guys. I can hear you and see you. Amber says, okay, good. Woo. Okay. Yeah, Emma, I think it's just, I don't know what's happening, but I think it just can't, I don't know what's happening through the back end, but it sounds like everybody, here we go. Everyone can hear now. Okay, good, good. Okay, let's get into it. Sorry, guys, for that brief technical issue, but I'm glad that you all can hear me. Happy Monday. Happy first team call of April. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's April. So you guys, we are super excited to chat with you about tonight's topic, which is how to use three-way calls in your business. Okay, so I want to know how many of you guys are reading or have read the book Get Over Your Damn Self. If you've read that or you're reading it, please type in the chat box and let me know, because we have been blowing up the team pages recently about this book and how awesome it is. Honestly, it's not anything revolutionary or new information that's not already out there, right? Like Emma was telling me right before this call that she said it was really similar to GoPro, which is like one of those like old school, been around forever, like OG network marketing books that really just teaches you the skills on how to grow your business. But what I really think about this, what's different about this book is that it's in our language, right? So GoPro, I mean, like, I feel like it's written by Eric Worre, who, like, of course, he's awesome and everything, but, like, I don't know, an old, like, 50-year-old white dude is, like, not really, you know what I mean? Like, our people that are, like, in Beachbody, which is primarily women, right? You know what I mean? So I feel like this is in more of, like, the girl boss language. And it's also more current and relevant to our time, you know what I mean? Because so many network marketing books and everything that's out there, you know, are just, I think, just kind of old and outdated. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously the information is still like relevant, but it's just nice to have a resource that is like really applicable to our business and what we do. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know, I don't know. It just speaks to like in our language. So I think that that's the reason why I loved it so much. And one of the things that she talks about in this book, it's actually chapter, I think it's like 5 or 6 of this book. I think it's chapter 6 of this book, is all about using three-way calls. And so when I was reading and I was, you know, just going through this book, I was like, oh my gosh, we don't really talk about this or do this much on our team as we should. You know what I mean? And Lauren was even telling us that she used to do them like way back in the day when she was first getting started. And she was like, I don't even know why I got like stopped doing them. So I want to bring it back. Emma and I both agreed that it was perfect timing for us to talk about this, especially with the All Access Challenge Pack special that's happening this month. So we have some really good stuff for you tonight, you guys. Basically, I mean, if you've read Get Over Your Damn Self, a lot of the stuff that we're going to be talking about is in the book. So it'll be a repeat, but it'll be a good like refresh to hear it all. And I really think that this is going to be super important. I have opened up, you know, an opportunity now for anybody that's in my downline to set up a 3-way call. If you have a prospect that's interested in doing 3-way calls, you know what I mean? Like, you can reach out to me. I know Emma is doing the same for her coaches too. So we, you know, want to open up this opportunity for you guys, and we want to really use this skill and kind of talk about this more. So we are just really excited to kind of dig more into 3-way calls with all of you guys. So let's get into it, everybody. I have a presentation for you guys that I will share really quick. Let's see. Okay, so I think, wait, hold on really quick, guys. Come back here. I need to bring this out here into its own little window. Sorry, just trying to work on getting my presentation up. Okay. Now I think I should do. Okay, hopefully you can see. Hopefully you guys can see now. I mean, it's kind of delayed here on my phone, but hopefully you guys will be able to see the presentation here in just a second. So they're interested. Now what? We named this after the chapter in Get Over Your Damn Self. And so we're going to be talking tonight, you guys, all about the power of 3-way calls. I'm really excited to just dig into this with all of you guys and really, like I said, talk about this skill more. It's something that I've been sharing with my new coaches. I've been, you know, getting my new coaches on board with this, like right off the bat, because I really believe that if you can just get on board with this and start doing it, you guys, it's such a quicker way for you to take your prospects through the process, and you'll see there's just going to be a lot of good information and reasons why this is going to be good for you. Okay, so if you have any questions, you guys, throughout this call, remember, please type in the chat box. Okay, for everybody that's on live. So if you don't see the chat box, make sure that you're in the YouTube app. And you can pull up the chat box, okay? So let us know if you have any questions or whatever. So let's get into it, you guys. So these are a couple of things that we're going to be talking about tonight. Why 3-way calls? Why should we be using this tool in our business? We're going to be talking about how to do them. So both for you guys that are the coaches that getting your prospects on a 3-way call with your upline, and also for those of you who are maybe Diamond or Star Diamond coaches listening to this, I'm also going to be breaking down how you can host a 3-way call basically for your coach and their prospect. So I'm going to kind of show you the flow and the breakdown of a 3-way call, and then how to implement this system and make this your biggest month yet. Because honestly, you guys, like if you listen to the National Wake Up Call this morning, this really does have the potential with this opportunity that we have with All Access being on sale. This has the potential to be a huge month if you take advantage of it. Okay, so first off, let's talk about why 3-way calls. Why should we be implementing this into our businesses? So this is a quote that I took straight from the book Get Over Your Damn Self. She said, everything you say and do should be motivated by helping someone come to the right decision for them. And I love this because I think that this is something that we forget sometimes when we're having conversations with our prospects, is that your goal, you guys, is to guide them to the right decision for them. It's not to necessarily sell out the challenge packs and sign everybody up as your coaches on your team. It's about helping them get to the right decision that's for them. And a lot of times I feel like so many coaches struggle with just even getting their prospects to a decision. You're spending too much time in the relationship building phase, or you lose people when you start to invite, or you never, you know, are consistent with following up or whatever, you know what I mean? And so with 3-way calls and the system that we're going to share with you, this helps you take your prospects through the entire prospects through the process so that they can come to a decision and tell you straight up, yes, I want to join and get started, or no, not right now. It's never no. No is never really no. It's just a not right now, right? So that's really what it is. So your goal is to get to that decision, okay? It's not to get all yeses, because we all know that you have to get the no's to get the yeses, right? Like, that's just part of the process. And remember, if you haven't read the book Go for No, go read that, because it's one of the best books that really helped me reframe my mindset around the word no and not feeling so personal, or not taking my no's so personally. Now I just know that no's are part of the process and they're just not right now. So really what I'm saying is your goal is to get people to make a decision. Yes, I want to join you, or no, not right now. Okay. And so this process helps you get to that decision versus like dilly-dallying in the relationship building phase for months and months, with months and months, which I think is what a lot of you guys are doing. So first off, you guys, I'm going to just say it right now and call you out. This process is going to involve you getting people on the phone. And I know that this might be scary for some reason. Actually, it's not for some reason. It's because of our generation. I think we love to text and we love to be behind Facebook Messenger, and getting on the phone is scary. Like, I have friends who tell me straight up, like, don't call me because I'm not going to answer the phone. If you want to get a hold of me, text me, right? So I get it. I get it's easier to text, whatever. It's more comfortable. I get it. But this is the thing. Like, how many times have you been back and forth with people through some sort of messaging or texting and never really been able to get them to a decision, or, never really been able to get through the entire process? You know what I mean? Like, it takes days and days for them to respond to text, and then, you know what I mean? Like, you got to start the whole process over, right? So I know that it's hard, but if you can just nail down a time to get on a call with somebody, you're going to eliminate all of that back and forth dilly-dallying, okay? So I know that this is probably a fear of a lot of you guys, you know what I mean? But think of it just like when you have calls with your coach on Zoom, right? Like, when I was doing three-way calls actually last week, I was doing them on Zoom with my coaches and my prospects. I don't know, like, for me, I'm really comfortable on Zoom. I think probably because I spend like so much freaking time on Zoom. So if Zoom is easier, like, that's even better, because not only can they hear your voice, but they can see your face too. But just what I'm saying is, get off of texting, get out from behind of whatever messenger you're using, and start talking to people with your voice instead of texting with people with your fingers, okay? That's the only way that this process is going to work, okay? And it's going to help you be more efficient, and honestly, you guys, just have better results in your business, okay? So you got to get people on the phone. Get over your fear. I'm calling you out on it right now. I know it's scary, but you got to do it, okay? So why are three-way calls like important? Why are they a tool that you need to adopt and get on board with? Like I just said, it eliminates that back and forth endless messaging where you're just like waiting days and days for people to text you back or whatever. You know what I mean? It also takes the pressure off of you to do the hard part, because your upline coach is really going to do the majority of the talking. Okay, your majority of what your job is to find your prospects, have conversations with them, find that pain point, and get them set up with the call. And you're going to let your upline coach do the rest of the heavy lifting, really. It also provides compelling third-party legitimization, okay? Especially if your prospect is somebody that's close to you. I feel like having that third-party like person outside of just you and your prospects. Sorry, I keep freaking mumbling. I need some water. If you have that third-party person there, it really just helps with kind of legitimizing everything that you're doing. You know what I mean? It also allows you to learn from your upline on how to overcome objections and really bring your prospect to a decision. Okay, I think that that's like the most valuable part, honestly, of the three-way call, is the fact that not only is it helping your prospect, but it's helping you as a coach to learn and become more confident. Because here's the thing, you guys, then what happens is when you start to grow your team, you can start hosting three-way calls for your coaches. That is called serious duplication, right? Duplication is the key to having a successful business with this, you guys. So I love how duplicatable this three-way call system is. You learn from your upline coach, you teach your coaches, and they teach theirs. And this is a way for everybody to start winning and helping more people, okay? Sorry, I'm drinking some water. Sorry, I know you can't see my face, but my mouth is dry. Okay, excuse me. So let's keep going. So it moves your prospect through the process quickly and efficiently, okay? I think that this is also one of my favorite parts of this, is that, how many of you guys have experienced this where you feel like you're going back and forth, messaging, texting, and it literally takes months and months to get through the process? Well, with this, it moves them through quickly and efficiently. And like I said, by the end of the call, you're going to know, yes, they're in, or no, not right now. Follow up with them later down the road, okay? And here's the last thing. Even if you are really strong and great at bringing your prospects to a decision and hitting Success Club, your team members probably aren't, okay? They're not probably not as naturally gifted and awesome as you are. just being real and honest with you guys, okay? So again, remind yourself that this isn't just a way for you to close prospects, but it's also a way for you to teach your team how to do that, okay? So it's really like a win-win situation, okay? So how do you set up the three-way call in your conversations? Okay, so I'm going to show you guys really the process of how to really set this up, okay? Gosh, I'm like so thirsty. Okay, so step one, build the relationship. So this is where the starting conversations, you know, that's really the beginning of this whole process, right? You start conversations with people, ask questions, get to know what's going on in their life, okay? This is where you're not talking about health and fitness or whatever. It's really where you're focusing on them. Remember, don't focus on being interesting, be interested in them, okay? So whether you are, you know, reaching out to somebody and wishing them happy birthday and, you know, asking them how their day is going or how they've been, or whether it's somebody who asks a question or asks for a recommendation on Facebook and then you send them a private message with your recommendation and then asking them how they're doing, how's life been. You know what I mean? There's so many great ways for you to start conversations. So that's the first step, is you got to start the conversation, open the doorway for you to start connecting with that person. Number two is you're going to find out their pain points, okay? So by digging in and asking people questions, I want you to start listening. Open up your listening ears and start finding out what their pain or their struggle is in their life. Maybe they are talking about how they have to commute an hour into the city for work and it sucks, or they hate their job and they've just been in shitty moods lately, or you know, maybe they are just drowning in debt and it's causing them tons of stress, or they have a vacation coming up that they're really nervous about and they've been just binge eating all the time and they just need to get their shit together, right? Like, I don't know what it is, but listen for people's pain points. Ask them questions, okay? And dig deep with people, okay? Because this is going to be the most important part really for you guys, is finding out people's pain. Because then you can bring in a solution for them and show them how to alleviate and get rid of that pain in their life. Okay, and that's what step 3 is once you figure out what that person's pain is, share with them how or why you think that Beachbody can be a solution to their pain. Show them basically what is in it for them. That's one of my favorite things that she really focuses on in Get Over Your Damn Self, is finding out what's in it for them, finding out where people are struggling in their life and showing how Beachbody can be that solution. Okay, I honestly think that that's what separates you from feeling like a salesperson versus just sharing what you love with other people and wanting to help them, connect them with a solution, right? So you're not selling people things. You're literally trying to alleviate a solution or a problem, or not alleviate a solution, but find a solution to their problem in their life and showing them, hey, I don't know if this is for you or not, but I just want to give this, you know, let you know about this because I think it would help you, okay? So show them what's in it for them. And that's where you're going to then just be able to kind of set yourself up to invite them, okay? So like I said, if you've been listening to somebody, you know, share about whatever their pain or their struggle is that they've been going through, you're going to set this up by starting off what's in it for them. And you can say, you know, I don't know if this would be for you or not, but you just talked about how, you know, you have your cruise coming up in 2 months and you haven't seen all of the family members that are going to be there in 2 years and you're so nervous about it. And honestly, like, you know, I really think that joining a challenge group would be an awesome fit for you. It's a chance for you to be able to have that support and accountability so you can hit that goal and really, really feel great in time for your cruise. Like, what do you think? Is this something that you might be interested in, right? Like, how simple is that? And of course, they're going to want to know more. Really, that's how simple you got to make it, you guys. It's just set it up by saying, you know, pointing out their pain and saying, hey, I don't know if this is for you or not, but I think that this would be great because X, Y, Z. And if they say, yeah, I want to learn more, then here comes step 4. You're going to share with them a little tidbit of information, okay? I mean, like a short video, just a couple minutes long, that is going to give them a little bit of info. And this is going to help you gauge how interested they really are in getting started either as a coach or in your challenge group, okay? So I recommend finding a video of just sharing what is a challenge group or what do challenge groups do for you, or same thing with coaching, okay, if it's a coaching prospect. But find a short, quick video and then send it to them. Be like, okay, great. Like, I'm glad to hear that you're interested. Like, I have this really quick video that I can send over you that just explains what this is about. You know, if I send it over, do you have like 5 minutes to watch it right now? They say yes. Cool. Here, let me send it over. I'll check in with you soon. You know, and then you check back in and they say, yeah, I'm interested in learning more. That's when you go to step 5. Okay. So you're going to kind of do like a little bit of give them a little bit of info using a short tool. And then, you know, that's going to help you gauge how interested they are. And then, you know, if they can't even, you know, watch a 5-minute video, or they're not even going to set aside the time to watch a 5-minute video and see how this can impact their life. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to waste your time going through the rest of the process with them. You know what I mean? Not saying you need to just like not talk to them, but it just means that they're not ready right now. So that little video will kind of help you decide, like, or see how interested the person is. And then step 5 is where you set up the 3-way call with your upline. So they say, yeah, I watched that video and those challenge groups sound awesome. Or, yeah, I really think that I would love to be a coach. Like, I love to get some more information. Okay. So that's when you say, awesome. So what we're going to do is set up a 3-way call with my upline coach. She has been doing this a lot longer than me. She can really answer all of your questions and see if this is going to be a good fit for you. You know, when in the next 24 to 48 hours do you have, you know, some free time that we can set up a call? Okay. That's what you're going to do. Don't ask them if they want to set up a 3-way call. Tell them that that's the next step. Okay. Be affirmative and let people know. So tell them, okay, we're going to set up a 3-way call. Then what you need to do is reach out to your upline star diamond or diamond coach and figure out what the best way is to set that call up with them. Okay. So for anybody that is on my team, just know that I have a spot on my Acuity scheduling for 3-way calls with Alexa. So all that you have to do to find out my schedule is just go to my Acuity scheduling, teamfireway.acuityscheduling.com, and then you can select 3-way call and set that up for you and your prospect. I'm sure Emma has her own process, or, you know, whoever your upline star diamond is, reach out to them and say, hey, I want to start setting up 3-way calls with you and my prospects. What's the best way for me to find out your schedule? Okay. So figure out what that's going to be for them. Okay. So now we're going to go into how do 3-way calls work. We're going to talk about the flow and the structure. It's really simple and easy, you guys. And like I said, this is just going to allow you to be more duplicatable with your team and your future coaches. Okay. So first off, you need to make sure that you do your homework assignment before every call. Okay. It's imperative that you do this. You can't just go into a 3-way call without knowing this information. It's not going to be effective, and you're really not going to be able to be as effective really with your prospect. Okay. So these are the things that you need. We need to know who your prospect, or what your prospect's name is and where she lives. Okay. How do you know her? What does she do currently professionally? We want to know what she does for a job. Why do you think that she would be a good fit for a challenge group and or coaching, whichever that she's interested in? Okay. What's attracting her to the opportunity, whether it's challenge group and or coaching, and then what strengths does she have? Why do you think she would be a great coach, or why do you think that she would be a great fit for a challenge group? What could she add? And then what concerns or objections has she already raised? Okay, so you need to bring this information to your upline coach before you have the call, so they have all this information on hand and they kind of have this info so that they can be the most effective when they have this conversation. Okay, for those of you who are on my team and on my downline, I have this already plugged right into when you set up my 3-way call with me on Acuity. I actually ask all of those questions. So when you set up a 3-way call, make sure that you know that information, and then you can plug that right in, and then you'll be good to go. Okay, or for anybody who is an upline coach and you have Acuity scheduling, I suggest creating a form like this on your Acuity and creating a 3-way call option so that your team can easily just go and set up 3-way calls with you, and they know what your schedule is. They don't have to ask you, and then you have this information on hand. Okay, it's really easy to set up 3-way calls. You don't have to pay extra. I don't pay extra for my Acuity scheduling subscription. It's a really great website. So just make sure that you get that set up, or you just have something where you can get that information to your coach before the call. Okay. So then when the call kicks off, the coach is going to introduce the prospect and start off the call, okay? So they're going to start by introducing the prospect to the upline, okay? And share how you know each other, why you think that this would be a great fit for them, and then, of course, what's in it for them, okay? Remember those pain points. That's like the most important thing that you need to figure out when you're having those conversations with people, okay? So, I took this example straight from Get Over Your Damn Self, so I didn't write this out. I kind of tweaked it to make it sound like me. But here's an example of how you would kick off an introduction call for a three-way call, okay? So you'd say, hey, Alexa, I want to introduce you to my friend Jane. Jane and I used to work together at Zulily, and she's one of the most outgoing and magnetic people I know. She's open to the idea of using her health and wellness journey to earn some extra income, but said she doesn't want to bite off more than she can chew. So I'm really excited for her to learn more about our company and how this could fit into her life, right? Really simple. Just share how you know each other, why you think they would be great, what's in it for her, and just set up the call, okay? That's really all that you're going to do, and then you're going to turn it over to your upline coach, and they're really going to take it from there, okay? So it's great because really it starts to, or it really just takes the pressure off of you. Amanda, sorry, I just saw that your question in the chat box. The website is acuityscheduling.com, and I'll just put it in the chat box really quick for you. There's a couple different like websites where you can set up a calendar, but I really like Acuity Scheduling. Like I said, it's free. Sorry, I'm trying to type it into the chat right now. acuityscheduling.com. There you go. Okay, so now, the rest of the flow of the call is up to your upline, okay? So for all of the upline coaches who are going to be hosting these for your team, here's what you're going to do. Very simple. You're going to start off by setting the tone for the call and taking the pressure off of the prospect. I really love this way that she kind of kicked off the call. So I'm going to read this to you guys. Like I said, this is from Get Over Your Damn Self. But this is a really good way to kind of take the pressure off of them so that they don't feel pressured into joining, okay? So what you would say basically is, you know, hey, Jane, I just, you know, it's great to meet you. I just want you to know, you know, I totally remember being in your shoes, and I really wasn't sure what to expect on a call like this, but I just want to let you know that I'm not in this business to try to convince you or anybody that they should start a business of your own. It's simply my job to share my experience and answer any questions that you have to see if this is a good fit for you. Does that sound good? So I loved that. I love how you kind of start off the call with that because, like I said, it just lets your prospect know, hey, I'm not going to try and sit here and convince you to do anything. I'm just here to give you the information so that you can make a decision. And I think that that just is good for the prospect. It's good for you. Okay. Then the next step is you're going to share your story briefly and then do your best to highlight the common points in your story that are relevant and relatable back to your prospect, right? So if you know, your upline coach said that they were somebody who's struggling with, you know, cravings or, you know, fast food or whatever, then, you know, obviously I'm going to talk about the part of my story where I was addicted to Taco Bell. You know, obviously that's an obvious, you know, example, but really you're going to just try and highlight the points that are going to relate back to that prospect, because obviously in their head they're going to be like, oh my gosh, me too, right? They're going to relate to you a lot more if, you know, you're connecting your story to theirs, okay? Then after you share your story and do your best to kind of connect with your prospect and share how challenge groups and coaching really have changed your life, you're going to ask them why they're intrigued in joining or why they want to do this, okay? You want to draw out their why, because this is what's going to help you with then kind of catering the rest of the conversation back to their why. You know what I mean? We all know that if you don't have a strong why, you're not going to be motivated to want to do this. So by you finding and pulling out that why from the prospect, you can then use that and say, well, you said, you know, that you wanted to be able to pay off your $100,000 student loan debt. You know, this opportunity is going to allow you to be able to pay off that $100,000 student loan debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be able to bring it back to their why and circle back for them. And that's going to hit a lot. That's going to hit home with them and really show them the potential of what this can do, okay? So you're going to ask and figure out what their why is. Then you're going to briefly share some facts, okay? And this is really brief, you guys. You're not going to sit here for hours and hours and talking about all of the facts and figures and all of that crap about Beachbody and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Just keep it brief, but let them know how legitimate and awesome this brand and this business is. What I like to do, sorry guys, I'm like so thirsty. There's like random pauses in here. I wish you could see my face so you can see that I'm drinking my water. But what you'll do, or what I do, is I just start off by saying, Beachbody started off about 10 or so years ago with, one of our first programs, which is P90X. That's really the program that most people remember. It's a household name. P90X, Insanity were some of our first programs. And they were kind of, some of the first and most effective at-home fitness programs that were ever developed. And so those were both pretty extreme programs, but since then we've really expanded, and our variety of workout programs that we offer now are just it's so much wider now. We have yoga and Pilates, we have cardio, we have kickboxing and MMA workouts, we have dance fitness programs, anything that you can think of, and we have that. And along with Beachbody On Demand, which is now our online streaming library, which is the biggest library of online fitness that you can find, we're able to really help people no matter where they're located, whether people need help in the gym or at home, they can take Beachbody On Demand with them. And on top of that, we have Shakeology, which has done so much for my personal health and nutrition, and it really provides people with that one healthy, dense meal a day. And combined with our awesome programs and the support and accountability of our challenge groups, that's really where, where the passion for this business really comes into play. And then I talk a little bit about how challenge groups are where you get to kind of put your own spin and your own flair on the business. And I can't kind of cater it back to their why. And obviously this is related to people that are having coaching conversations, but you know what I mean? You can say the same thing when it comes to having the conversation about just a challenge group, okay? So, but share briefly about Beachbody and about the facts and the, not the facts, but just share briefly about the history of Beachbody and what the business is about and what, really challenge groups are for, and explain how they can use this in any way to really build a business in their way. You know what I mean? We can talk about how some people like to run a new challenge every single month with a different focus. Some people like to create community groups where every month they're adding new people into their community. You may have one spot that they're adding their people into, you know what I mean? So you can kind of show people the different ways that they can build their business. And then after you share those brief facts, you're just going to turn it back to the prospect and ask them for questions, okay? This is where you're going to figure out and pinpoint where their objections are, okay? So they're going to ask questions, and like I said, this is really going to field their objections for you. And then your upline can then work on overcoming those objections for you. You don't have to worry about that. And again, there is an entire chapter in this book about how to overcome objections. There are amazing calls. If you go to YouTube and type in Beachbody Overcoming Objections, you will get some amazing trainings on how to overcome any objection. So there's tons of resources to help with this, okay? So once you overcome their objections or answer their questions, then you're going to ask for the decision by gauging kind of where they're lying on a 10-point scale. And I love this question. Basically, you say, okay, so, after all of this information, everything I've shared with you, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being that you are ready to hang up the phone and run away, and 10 being that you'd like to get started today, where are you at? Okay, so that's the question that you're going to ask. And again, this is going to help you gauge where they're at and where their decision is. So if you're having a conversation and they are in a 1 to 4 range, I mean, it sounds like they're not really that interested in getting started. And that's fine, you guys. Like I said, no's are not bad. No's are part of the process. You need them if you want to get to a yes, okay? And they're also awesome sources for referrals, okay? So if they're 1 to 4, don't get down on that, because then that's an opportunity for you to ask for referrals with that person and say, okay, no problem. It sounds like this might not be a good fit for you, but you know what? I'm sure you might know a couple people who could be interested in this or could need something like this. Do you happen to know anybody off the top of your head that, might want to get started in a challenge group or coaching or whatever? So ask for referrals, and you might get connected with somebody who really does need this, okay? So if they're a 5 to 7, then that is a chance for you to dig deeper into their objections. Chances are it means that they just have an objection that you don't know about yet, and they haven't told you yet. So, circle back and say, okay, so it seems like you still have some questions to get you more comfortable. So what can I help answer? Okay, and so then, dig in deeper with them, figure out what their true objections are. And then if they're an 8 to 10, then say, awesome, let's get you started. It sounds like you're ready to do this, and show them the next steps to sign up. Okay? That's how simple it is, you guys. So, by taking them through this process and, getting to a decision, you're going to see, okay, no, they're not a good fit. Let me ask for referrals. Or they have more questions, keep answering them, or see they're ready. Okay? So it helps you just eliminate all of this, like, back and forth, all this BS in between. Okay? So what if they say, yes, I'm ready, but I need to wait until XYZ? Okay, that's totally fine. Set a time and date that you're going to then follow up with them, right? So if they need to talk to their husband tomorrow, say, awesome, that's no problem. I totally get it. If you talk to your husband tonight, is it cool if I check in with you tomorrow morning? Then we can hopefully get you set up. Set a date and a time, and then follow up with them. Or if they say, I need to wait, I need to save up some money, be like, no problem. Cool. If I check in with you in 2 weeks, is that going to be enough time for you to save up some money and get started? Or whatever, whatever it is. And set a time that you're going to then follow up with them. And then, of course, remember, you guys, if somebody needs to wait to sign up financially, you can always get them still set up with the BOD free trial and plug them into a community group if you host a community group on Facebook. That's what I do. Okay? Even though I want to check in with them in a few weeks, which that's what you should do, say, I'm going to check in with you in a couple weeks. Hopefully we can get you set up. But in the meantime, I would love to get you set up with a free trial of BOD. At least you can start checking it out, see what it's like for yourself, and join my community and, just get an idea of what that's going to be like. And then you can, plug them into that and see if that would be a good fit. And then you can just continue to add value to them. And then when you check in with them in a few weeks, hopefully they'll be ready. But I mean, chances are if they're in your group and they're getting value from you, like, they're going to be more inclined to want to join. Okay? So a couple of rules to keep to remember when you are doing your 3-way calls. Try to keep them 20 to 30 minutes max, okay? Even in the book, you guys, actually, she says 15 to 25 minutes max. I kind of extended that because it's really hard for me to do 15-minute calls, so I said 20 to 30 minutes max, give myself 5 more minutes. But you don't want to be drowning on and giving them way too much information, okay? Try your best to keep it to 20 minutes. Be sure that you don't skip the homework part. The call really isn't going to work, and you're not going to be able to relate to their why. You're not going to be able to relate to what's in it for them that if you don't have that information beforehand. And then make sure that you're scheduling these calls within 24 to 48 hours, okay? So if you're talking to somebody, you send them that short video, they say, yeah, I'm interested, I would love to know more about this. Set up a 3-way call in the next 1 or 2 days. You want to get that person on the phone while it's still fresh in their mind and while they're still interested and ready. Because you guys, we all know, things happen, life happens, just like Shalene was talking about this morning on the National Wake Up Call. So make sure that you are setting those calls up quickly, and that will also just help you move them through the process quickly. Okay? So lastly, you guys, I'm going to share with you how to implement these 3-way calls into your business so that you can have an amazing month, okay? It's a really freaking simple action plan. So Romy gives the goal in the book of setting up 3 to 5 3-way calls per week with your upline coach, okay? So if you are getting 3 to 5 new people a week on the phone set up with a 3-way call, you are going to really set yourself up for success, okay? And in order to ensure that you're getting 3 to 5 people on a 3-way call, you should be doing at least 15 new invites to 3-way calls per week, okay? So that means you need to be having those conversations and then inviting people and saying, hey, you shared that you're struggling with XYZ. I think you would be a great fit for my team. Can I send you some more information if you're interested? They say yes, then get them. That's when you invite them to get on the 3-way call, okay? You want to make sure you're doing that at least 15 times a week is what I'm trying to say, okay? So if you are making this your action plan and your goal and you're hitting these numbers, you guys, I have no freaking doubt that you're going to be hitting Success Club. Okay, so if you are somebody who's struggling to hit Success Club, boom, right here, this is what you need to do. Here's your action plan in front of your face so that you can start making it happen, okay? I'm not saying 1 3-way call a week. I'm not saying 2 3-way calls a week. I'm saying 3 to 5, okay? I'm not saying every once in a while. I mean per week, you guys, okay? So stick to these numbers and stick to this goal. Make this your minimum action in your business, okay? Have that business owner mindset and think like, if I don't get these three-way calls set up, like my ass is gonna get fired, right? Like we all have those tasks in our day job where it's like, if you don't get this done, you're gonna get in trouble with your boss or your manager, right? So you get your shit done. So you need to have that same mentality with your business right now. These 3 to 5 three-way calls per week need to be that task that you get done in your business no matter what, otherwise you're gonna get fired. I know that obviously you're not really going to get fired because there is no boss, but have that mentality and make sure that you're hitting these numbers. And you guys, what's going to happen is you're going to start hitting Success Club, okay? So, and not only that, but take advantage of this crazy freaking special this month. You guys didn't hear it if you've been living under a rock. The All Access Challenge Pack, for some reason, Carl's crazy and has it on sale for $160 this month, you guys. $160 freaking dollars for a year's worth of Beachbody, every single program that we have to offer, the Portion Fix Nutrition Plan, first month of Shakeology, access to your challenge group, private coach for $160. Like, that is a steal. Okay, so this is a huge deal, and you really need to make sure that you're implementing that. And with adding in these three-way calls, you guys, you don't have to worry about doing the hard part of bringing that person to a decision. Just get them on the phone with your upline, and you have the potential to help a lot of freaking people this month, you guys. Okay, so all of that being said, that's pretty much it. That's what I've got for you. That is how three-way calls are going to help you with your business. So do any of you guys have any questions? Any questions or comments or concerns? I just have to say, I really can't believe this deal, this Spring into Health deal that we're doing this month. It's kind of crazy. So you guys, no matter where you're at in your business, if you signed up as a coach yesterday, or if you have been a coach for 3 years and you haven't been doing anything, or you haven't hit Success Club in 54 months, I don't care where you're starting right now, you can make this month a fresh start. You can build some crazy momentum in your business by taking advantage. You have 2 huge things right in front of your face right now. You have this amazing sale that has the best value for your prospects to ever get, the best value you're going to be able to offer to your prospects. And now this new opportunity for you to then set up three-way calls, a new and more effective way that's going to help bring your prospects to a decision and help you close more people in your conversations, right? Combination of these 2 things together have the potential to make this the best month ever. Whether you're brand new, whether you've been doing this for months, whether you've been struggling, whatever, okay? So you guys take advantage of this is what I'm trying to say. Because I really think that this has some huge potential, and I want to help all of you have the best month that you've ever had in your entire business, okay? Do any of you guys have any questions? Nobody has any last minute questions before I end? Here, let me stop the screen share. Emma, I know that you can't hear me, but I know you can't hear me on here, but if you wanted, you can unmute yourself and share any last things that you want to talk about. Here, let me type in the chat box because I think that you might be able to hear me there. Here, hold on. Emma, wanna unmute yourself and say anything? You can't hear me for some reason on that end, and I know that this is delayed, so I'm just waiting to see if any of you guys have any last minute questions, or if Emma has anything she wants to add.
No, I can hear you.
Okay, I was just gonna. You can hear me now.
Oh yeah, it's a delayed because I can hear you. No, you covered everything, and I'm just really excited for this, and my QAD set up as well. So.
You can't hear me for some reason on that, and I know that this is delayed. Awesome. Okay. Well, great, you guys. I'm really excited for this. So like I said, if any of my coaches on my team want to set up three-way calls with me, just go to teamfireaway.acuityscheduling.com, and then you can see that there's a three-way call with Alexa option. Emma just said that she set that up on hers as well. So reach out to your upline, whoever they are, and start setting up some three-way calls. Use this tool, you guys, because this is the potential to make this amazing month for you if you take advantage of it, okay? Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll chat with you guys soon, okay?